Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events shaping our world. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're going to tackle a story that's been making headlines in the world of politics. As President Trump prepares to deliver his State of the Union address, there's been a lot of speculation about what he'll cover in his speech. From the economy to foreign policy, the president is expected to touch on a range of topics that will likely resonate with his base and spark debate among his critics. According to reports, the president will focus on the importance of bringing jobs back into the country, reshoring manufacturing, and lowering energy costs. He's also expected to address his efforts to broker peace accords in global conflicts, despite concerns among some of his supporters that he should be spending more time focusing on voters at home. The State of the Union address has become a highly politicized event, with many seeing it as an opportunity for the president to make a case for his re-election. Democrats, on the other hand, are likely to use the occasion to criticize the president's policies and push back against his agenda. As we await the president's speech, it's worth noting that the reaction from lawmakers in the room could be just as important as the words coming from the president himself. Will Democrats choose to boycott the event or use it as an opportunity to protest the president's policies? And how will Republicans respond to the president's call to action on issues like tariffs and trade? We'll be keeping a close eye on the State of the Union address and its aftermath, bringing you analysis and insights from both sides of the aisle. We'll also be exploring other major news stories, including the latest developments in the world of international trade and diplomacy. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia, where tensions continue to escalate. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned that Russian President Vladimir Putin has already started a third world war by invading Ukraine 4 years ago. In a recent interview with the BBC, Zelensky emphasized the need to stop Putin to avoid global instability, stating that the Russian leader will not stop at Ukraine and will impose his way of life on the world. Meanwhile, Russia has vowed to capture the entire Donbas region by force if Kyiv does not withdraw. The situation remains complex, with both sides showing no signs of compromise. Zelensky has signaled a willingness to hold elections if they are legitimate and backed by long-term security guarantees from the U.S. However, he warned that giving up the embattled Donbas region would only lead to Russia recovering its military strength and invading a new target. The conflict has also seen an increase in drone strikes, with Ukraine reporting no overnight Russian drone strikes for the first time in months. However, Russian military says it downed 58 Ukrainian drones overnight, with residents in the Republic of North Ossetia witnessing drone strikes targeting a military airfield. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and strive for a balanced understanding of the conflict. The international community remains concerned about the escalating tensions and the potential consequences for global stability. Welcome back to Concrete Block. I'm your host, Walter. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a look at a significant development from Spain, where the government has announced plans to declassify documents related to a failed 1981 coup attempt. This move is being seen as a step towards settling a historical debt with citizens and providing fresh insight into a pivotal moment in Spanish democracy. The attempted coup, which took place on February 23, 1981, was led by military officers nostalgic for the privileges they enjoyed during General Francisco Franco's dictatorship. The event has come to symbolize a turning point when Spain's transition to democracy wavered but ultimately prevailed. Despite being one of modern Spain's most studied events, historians say key uncertainties persist, including how extensive the conspiracy network was and which members of the military supported it. By declassifying these documents, the Spanish government aims to provide a clearer understanding of the past and promote transparency. As Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez stated, democracies must know their past in order to build a freer future. The previously confidential archives will be made available to the public on the official website of La Moncloa, the seat of the Spanish government. This decision has been welcomed by many as an important step towards accountability and truth, Writer Javier Cercas, author of a book on the events, has described the coup's failure as the founding myth of Spanish democracy, marking the end of 2 centuries of military intervention in politics. As we reflect on this significant development, it serves as a reminder of the importance of transparency and accountability in democratic societies. By confronting and understanding their past, nations can work towards building a more informed and engaged citizenry. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.